The Missoula Nonprofit Center, or MNC, is a new organization in Missoula, Montana, formed through the merger of the Missoula Nonprofit Network and Volunteer Missoula, both programs of United Way of Missoula County. MNC, although in the early planning stages, will be a web-based hub for collaboration of Missoula nonprofits and nonprofit professionals, offering services such as searchable nonprofit directories, monthly training and professional development opportunities, local job postings, consulting services, advocacy and network opportunities, and more. One of the first steps needed to build MNC is to design a website that will engage local nonprofits and their employees in networking, collaboration, and membership-based activities. To do so, MNC must construct a usable website that appeals to individuals from a wide range of age groups, levels of experiences, and causes. The website usability pilot study was conducted to determine the best model for a future usability study that would be conducted during a beta test of the new website. To ensure the success of MNC, the new organization requires that the website be engaging and usable and appeal to all ages and nonprofit professionals with varying levels of experience. MNC's website should be informational, user-friendly, engaging, and built specifically for members. With this in mind, it is critical that the organization survey stakeholders to determine which features should and should not be included in the website design before moving forward with any type of website construction or finalization. The organization also wants to engage new members, volunteers, and other demographics, in hopes that through the survey they will learn how to expand the study to include other groups in the future. After launching Volunteer Missoula in 2012, another collaborative website, stakeholders from the Aging and Disability Resource Center voiced their dissatisfaction with the website, claiming it was not user-friendly for older individuals. In another survey conducted by student interns of current users of the Volunteer Missoula website, findings revealed that many users were between the ages of 30 and 60 years old and had positive experiences using the website. Based on this and other data related to generational studies, we designed this hypothesis. Individuals who are younger and have spent less time working in the nonprofit sector in Missoula will have a more positive attitude towards the usability of a collective nonprofit center website, as measured by the website usability scale, than individuals who are older and have been employed for a longer period of time in the nonprofit sector. In addition, we decided to use the website usability scale, often referred to as the system usability scale, developed by John Brooke in 1986. The scale allows you to evaluate a wide variety of products and services, including hardware, software, mobile devices, websites, and applications through a series of 10 Likert scale questions, and then provides a scoring system to help standardize the application of the term usability to the variety of products and services previously mentioned. The methodology used in this research project was slightly different. Because it was a pilot study being conducted to design a future study of a sample more representative of the population study, we decided to use just the test group size of 20 with the goal of achieving a 95% confidence level. So our hope was to have 19 respondents, but unfortunately we were only able to receive 17 respondents, so not achieving that 95% confidence level. The survey was administered using Google Forms to nonprofit professionals who were selected from nonprofits that were part of a member email list combined from Missoula Nonprofit Network and Volunteer Missoula's website. Data was collected and analyzed using Google Sheets and SPSS. In a future study, to be representative of the actual population of individuals or nonprofits that would be using this website, Missoula has approximately 1,200 or more nonprofits, requiring at least 291 respondents to achieve that 95% confidence level or a 5% margin of error. This might need to change if different versions of the website are tested on different groups within the sample, and the sampling method may need to be different based on those factors as well. To measure the independent variables, we collected the information regarding respondent demographics, and we used the website usability scale to measure the dependent variable, which included, again, those 10-point Likert scale questions pertaining to a respondent's perception of the usability of the sample website. The 10 survey questions asked individuals to rate the perceptions on the 5-point scale from strongly disagree to strongly agree. Odd number questions encouraged a response of strongly agree. For example, the first question is, I think I would like to use this website frequently. And for the even number questions, I found the website unnecessarily complex, encouraging a response of 1 or strongly disagree. Overall, the website usability scoring system suggests that a 68 is average, and that anything below a 51 indicates that a website needs significant improvement, and any rating over 80 indicates that a website is something that someone might recommend to another person. For this study, we found that 75% was the mean of the usability rating from our sample. This indicates that the sample website is a website that was rated above average by our respondents, but was rated below the rating needed to be considered a site that was above average. And we did also find that respondents reported the majority of our respondents were between the ages of 30 and 60 years old, but we did have 5 individuals under the age of 30 and 2 over the age of 60. We did find a strong relationship between age and the number of years employed in the nonprofit sector. To test our research hypotheses, we had to show the relationship or non-relationship between age and the website usability scale rating, and then again the length of employment and the overall website usability scale rating. So for our first hypothesis, which is there's no relationship between age and the overall website usability scale rating, we used the chi-square test, which resulted in us accepting the null hypothesis. So you see here that the obtained value of 17 was greater than the critical value of 5.9, which meant that we had to accept the null hypothesis as an explanation for survey results. In our one-way analysis of variance, to test the same hypotheses, we found that our obtained value of 1.321 was less than our critical value of 3.74, and in this case, the test indicated an acceptance of the null hypotheses because the probability was less than 5% that the average scores differed due to the effect of the treatment, meaning that it was more probable that any differences in the variables were due to chance than something out of our control. And here you can see the results of both the chi-square test, the frequency and the test statistics, and the one-way analysis of variance test, which for the age of respondent and perception of usability. And strangely enough, here this is a graph depicting the average or mean website usability score and the age of respondents. You can see here that I did categorize the age of respondents into 3 primary categories, and because of that, there are some large generalizations. So you do see that there is a general improvement over years, which is actually the reverse of the hypotheses, but according to these tests, there was no significant relationship. For our second hypothesis, the relationship between the length of employment and the overall website usability scale rating, we find almost identical findings as to that of the first hypothesis. The same with the chi-square test, and then with the one-way ANOVA, we find here again that the critical value is less, or the obtained value is less than the critical value, forcing us to yet again accept the null hypotheses and stating that there is no relationship between the two. And again, you can see our tables here. And again, you can see here that the length of employment in the nonprofit sector and perception of usability does something very similar to the previous charts. But what the ANOVA test did tell us is that in addition to the non-significant findings from the chi-square test, is that the number of years working in the nonprofit sector and the perception of the website usability, the probability that the average scores are different on account of those variables is also very low. Although in considering possible suggestions for a future version of the study, it might be beneficial to examine the perception of different age groups on different website designs. So some conclusions about this study. The test website is a good model from which to begin designing the Missoula Nonprofit Center website, but survey responses should be considered. Among this small sample group for the pilot study, there's no significant relationship between age, experience, and how individual perceives usability of a website similar to the one MNC plans to construct. The research could benefit from more specific data from respondents such as actual age, number of years of employment, and type of organization rather than predetermined groupings. I found that to be somewhat difficult when trying to create scatter plots. The future survey would benefit from a factorial design study that will allow researchers to examine the relationships, if any, between different groups within the sample and various isolated features or combination of features on the website. And the sample group in the future study requires a large number of participants and will demand significant time and resources to complete. But the results of a future study of the new MNC website usability will assist the organization in drawing users to their collaborative website.